Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Concept Tech 2018. I am Dr. Sunanda Manke and you are watching the video series on online laboratory. From this part onwards, we'll have op-amp experiments. Being the first part, we'll just discuss the basics of operational amplifier which are required in the laboratory experiments. We'll start with the introduction of operational amplifier. Operational amplifier is a basic active component in analog systems. It's a high gain multi-stage differential amplifier. It has very high input impedance in the range of mega ohms to very low output impedance which is in the range of hundreds of ohms. Earlier op-amps were used primarily to perform mathematical operations such as summation, subtraction, differentiation and integration. Because it was performing these operations, it is named as operational amplifier. The applications of operational amplifiers include the waveform converters, the oscillators, the active filter circuits, and in instrumentation circuits. You name any analog circuit, and I bet that there will be an operational amplifier in that particular circuit. Coming to the basic concepts, as I told you in the last slide, it's a multi-stage amplifier. You can see here, the first stage is a differential amplifier. Then we have more stages of gain, and in the last stage we have class B push-pull emitter follower. So it has multi-stages of amplification. So we call it a multi-stage amplifier. This amplifier is having two inputs and one output. The inputs are termed as non-inverting input and inverting input. It is because when you apply any signal to inverting input, it gives you out of phase output. There is a 180 degrees phase shift between input and output. And when you give input to non-inverting end, then the output is in phase with the input signal. As it is a multi-stage amplifier, it offers very high gain, and when you apply input to both the input terminals, it gives you output which is gain multiplied by the difference of the two input signal, and so it is termed as differential amplifier. So what basically it is doing is, it is amplifying the difference of the input signal. As it offers very high gain, we do not use this op-amp in open loop configuration. We apply negative feedback. That is, we reduce the gain of the op-amp so that it can work linearly. As such, this shows dual supply op-amp. We need a positive supply and a negative supply, but we do have single supply ICs available as well. This operational amplifier can be used in three different configurations for all applications. The first configuration is inverting configuration. Inverting configuration means input is applied to the inverting end, the negative end. Positive end is grounded, and you can observe here the output is inverted form of input. Of course, the amplified one. When we have positive cycle at the input, we get negative cycle at the output. So there is a 180 degrees phase shift between input and output. So the configuration is called inverting configuration. The second configuration is non-inverting configuration, where the input is applied to the positive terminal, right? And the output is in phase with the input. These resistance earlier also they were in the negative terminal, connected to negative terminal, and in this configuration also, because these resistors are used to provide negative feedback to the operational amplifier, so they end at the negative terminal. The third configuration is differential configuration, in which we are using both the input terminals. We are applying input to both the input terminals, inverting as well as non-inverting, and we get output which of course is the gain of the operational amplifier multiplied by the difference of the two input signals. So the name is differential configuration. Now we are going to use IC 741 operational amplifier in the lab. So we'll just see in detail this particular op-amp. You can see here it's a 8-pin IC, right? And pin number 1, we have this mark here. So we start counting from this mark. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. These are the pin details. 2 is the inverting input, 3 is the non-inverting input, 4th is the negative supply, 6th is the output, and 7th is the positive supply. These are the pins which will be most commonly used in all the circuits. 8 is not connected. Pin number 1 and pin number 5, they are used for nullifying the offset errors, but normally in the lab experiments we do not use these 2 pins. These are the different characteristics of 741 op-amp. These are the different parameters. We have input offset voltage, input offset current, output resistance, the power dissipation, and so on. This is a very important parameter, that is common mode rejection ratio. Then we have this, shows the bandwidth of open loop configuration. You can see here. For low frequencies, it is offering very high gain. As the frequency rises, the gain reduces. So open loop bandwidth is very low as the open loop gain is high. Coming to the lab setup, for experiments in the lab, we need the operational amplifier, the breadboard for mounting the IC and the circuit, connecting wires to connect different components with the operational amplifier. So we need components. And lastly, we need function generator to give input to the operational amplifier, CRO to observe the output as well as input, and DC supply to provide supply to the operational amplifier. Now we'll discuss a general experiment setup here, which will be used in all op-amp experiments. We'll have a CRO, function generator, dual output DC supply. This is the circuit under test. And the connections, for dual supply, will connect negative of the first supply to the positive of the second, and thereby will create a ground connection. This is the positive voltage given to the 7th pin of the IC, negative voltage to the 4th pin of the IC, pin number 4, then ground to pin number 3 in this particular circuit. The input is given through resistance to pin number 2. Input is provided by the function generator. All the cables which are connected have BNC to open connection. So we have 2 connections. So one is signal and another is ground. So all ground connections will be shorted. Now CRO is connected to observe the input. It's ground connection. The other channel of the CRO is connected to observe the output and the ground connection of the second channel. So this is a general setup which will be used in all the experiments, right? Now we are ready for doing experiments. From the next video onwards, we will discuss different experiments performed with operational amplifier IC741. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe my channel Concept Tech 2018 for more such videos. Thank you.